Hi everyone, this is Tracy Anderson, and I am here to do my show and tell. So, a few things that you should know about me first. I grew up Christian. Around the age of 20, 21, I started drifting away from the church and decided that I wanted to find faith on my own. And since then, for the past 10 years, I've been on a sort of spiritual quest. And sometimes I've kind of put it on the back burner. Sometimes I've jumped completely in and gotten in a little bit over my head. But it's taken me to some very interesting places. And I have a lot to show for it. So as part of my show and tell, I want to show you some of those things. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is this collection that I have of religion and philosophy books. So I've got a couple copies of the Bible. I've got the Tao Te Ching, the Upanishads, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, several books on the case for God, and several books on the case against God, a couple of the new atheist books. I've got Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens, a lot of books on Buddhism, because I was very interested in that for a while, and I still am, especially Thich Nhat Hanh. He's one of my favorite Buddhist authors, as well as Pema Chodron. Then I have some philosophy books. Well, actually, these are still religion textbooks. Japanese religion, Hinduism, the Buddhist religion, mythology books. This collection that I'm really proud of that I got at an estate sale with different religions. Then here we go with the philosophy books, and I've got everything from Plato and Aristotle to Descartes, utilitarianism, John Stuart Mill. I've got The Art of War. I've got some other philosophy books down here, Marxism, a lot of science and government, social and political philosophy, different things like that. These are all just kind of a smidgen of the books that I have. A lot of them are just randomly around my house in different places. The next important thing that I'd like to show you is my meditation space. And you can see I've got this little space down here where I sit and meditate. And I have found that that really helps me. It helps me think about life and the big questions, and then it also helps a lot with my mental health and my depression and anxiety especially. And while we're on the topic of mental health, I think it's important to bring up that I do struggle a lot with that. And oh, here's Nika, she's saying hi. I struggle a lot with my mental health, and it's something that I've been dealing with since a very young age, but what I've learned from different religions and different people over the years has helped me to kind of center myself and to find a more balanced place within myself, instead of just taking what other people tell me and taking it as truth and then having this inner turmoil because I wasn't sure what I really believed or what I really felt. I found it so empowering to be able to actually study these things and find out what I think is truth and not just what somebody else is telling me. And that has helped free up a lot of my anxiety, and it's really been beneficial for me. One of the next things that I want to show you is this Buddhist statue that was given to me by a friend. It's a beautiful statue, but it reminds me of the Buddhists have something called the Four Noble Truths. And the first of the Four Noble Truths is that life is suffering. The second one is that there is a cause for suffering, and that cause is desire. The third one is that there is a cure for suffering, and that is to remove desire. And the fourth one is a prescription for how to remove desire, and that would be the Noble Eightfold Path, which is another Buddhist doctrine, and I could go into that more, but I think the important part here, this again ties in with mental health, and which is why I've said my spirituality and mental health are so intertwined, because if you realize that there's going to be suffering in life, you're going to go through hard times, but what's actually hurting you is not the hard time itself, but the desire to be through with it, and the desire to find something better, the desire to have that great new life that you want. You know, if you're upset about the way things are right now, you want something better, you want something more. It's that desire for the something more that's actually causing you pain. Now, I know that may not apply in every situation, but it's definitely something that has helped me get through some hard times. The next thing that I wanted to show you is another statue. This is actually a statue of Ganesh that my boyfriend gave me. He and his family are Hindu, and in Hindu families, they generally have a central deity that they worship. Different families will worship different deities. There are also different times of the year that they worship different deities for different purposes. You can think of it almost kind of like the saints in Catholicism. There are different deities who you would pray to for different purposes or different reasons. One thing that is misunderstood a lot of times about Hinduism is that it's not monotheistic necessarily, but they believe in one ultimate god or godhead, and then they believe that all of the other thousands of gods, hundreds of thousands even, that they worship are incarnations or avatars of that godhead. And the godhead is called Brahman, and Brahman is basically, it's not a person or a being, it is the concept of ultimate reality. And it's basically space and time and where everything began. And it's the concept of that, which is somewhat hard to grasp. They also have the concept of Atman, which is the soul within the body. So some sects of Hinduism believe that Brahman and Atman are one. Some sects believe that they are two distinctive things, and some believe somewhere in between. But the ultimate goal of Hinduism is to discover Atman, discover the soul within yourself, and discover Brahman, and become one and unite the two. What this has basically meant for me, understanding this, is that everybody is part of the same universe. Everybody's made of the same atoms. Everybody comes from the same place. And the other thing that is unique about Hinduism is that they don't believe that there is any one right path to God. They say that different people can find God through different ways. Some people are better attuned to finding God through study. Some people are better attuned to finding God through works and actions. Some people through prayer. And also, they don't discount other religions because they say that, you know, as long as those people are searching for God or they're searching for spirituality, then they are on the right path. So that's really kind of shaped the way that I look at the universe. I basically believe that everyone, no matter what they're worshiping or who they're worshiping, is worshiping the same ideal, the same idea of an ultimate reality, this ultimate consciousness, whether it is a Christian God, or whether it's Allah, or whether it is Ganesh, or even if it's just a philosophical concept. You're basically searching for the same thing, and everybody's just calling it by different names. So that's how I believe. I'm not saying that that's how anybody else needs to believe, but that's basically what I have found and what has helped me understand the world. And so that is my show and tell, and I hope you found that a little bit interesting. And it was great to share it with you. Bye.